Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast, number 135. My name's Coach Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our amazing leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Brad. And folks, thank you for being here today for this another edition, as we like to call it, of the ARK Nightly Podcast. And speaking of nightly, we are going to be starting tomorrow a new format of time. Not only are we condensing the 3-4 hours that we usually like to do here, we're trying to get it all in to an hour. We're also going to be shifting the time to 7 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. EST. And we're going to keep you updated. We'll be launching some banners as of tonight, and we'll try the new format out. With that, another fantastic day here on the ARK. We see the total vault accounts are at 3,786 and growing. More people are hearing about the ARK, doing their due diligence, coming and joining us. Great buy-ins happening today. Just a couple hours ago, we saw one investor drop 20,000 into 20 different wallets. So they split up the payments, and we're seeing some great buy-ins. We just had another investor write in saying, hey, they're going to add another 8K in. They're trying to figure out their legacy NFT situation, if to upgrade to a gold. So great movement, great things happening. Of course, the Spark price pool on its tear at 368.48 ARK. And my friends, that's, again, over $2,000. The exact street value is right now is $2,104.02. And so far, there's been 18,107.94 ARK that's been deposited directly into the ARK Vault accounts of 86 Spark Prize winners. That is a street value of $103,396.34. Sheesh. Powerful. And tonight, we're going to find our 87th Spark Prize winner. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Brett Nordine for the updates. See what's happening over there. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Doing good. Yeah, we've been working in the background. Mr. Green, Alex, the whole team getting ready for this upgrade that we talked about a little bit yesterday for the ARK Vault. And I'll be posting a kind of a Medium article, sort of an outline of what's going to be happening, what the updates include, and then, just some basic information. But we'll be sending out more updates as we get prepared and let everybody know what not to do, what to do, and those kind of things. So that's really the focus of our work in the background. Also, just, keep working on the design for the presentation. We should have that by next week. And so I'm hoping we can give a sneak preview at least to Terrence and some other folks to get their feedback on the overall content, the flow, and all those kind of things. And then work towards getting that Zoom presentation set up and have those things ready for when the PWA is going to launch and we get the landing page finished and everything. So there's lots going on, and looking to, prep ourselves and be ready for this next phase. We talked a little bit yesterday about, investigating a different stable coin, and that one would be potentially backed by either gold or silver or something precious metal that would give us that long-term stability for the protocol, and then being prepared for a layer one shift if that was something that arose. Whether that's sooner or later, we make a conscious decision to do that, to put ourselves in a more conservative position. So yeah, all those things are taking the time and effort and energy of the whole team, and we're going to be prepared to communicate more as information comes out. And I think we get through this upgrade on the vault, and then we can focus back on the sales and marketing and positioning ourselves for growth.
Absolutely. I got a lot of DMs today, folks. Very excited. They've got the gold bug, the fever, and the fact of our our aim here to be able to get your rewards, your earning in ARK, in gold bullion, right into your hands, or just, collect crypto is something that's really seems to be having a great effect and great feedback coming in, and also understanding the direction that we're going to want to go as far as our layer one ambitions, wanting to play with let's just call it the real folks. We're going to be talking a lot about ISO 20022 and what that all means. What are they doing? Why are they doing it? And why are they not shilling, trying to get you to join their whitelist or come into the private sale? And, these folks don't need retail money. These are the folks building the blockchains of the future, the infrastructure of trade, finance, really way ahead, where these are tools that we're going to be using and blockchains that are going to be in our everyday lives, the goods that we put in our homes, the food on the table. And we definitely want to be a part of the people that are building the future, not just the folks that are copy pasting layer ones. So a lot of education coming for you guys, stuff that we've been working on for quite some time and very passionate about what the future holds. So with that, we also want to remind everyone here that after the podcast, we have Brandon, the Drip Guide, and also the good Anthony Fauci. They're going to be here. They're going to talk to us about their new startup, what they're doing. And if you want to, learn about what they got on the table, what they're working on, it's pretty exciting. Please do hang out and check out what they have to share here with us. So, I think we're good to go on that, and looking forward. Brandon, you guys are all check, ready for after the podcast. You got the good Anthony Fauci ready to give us the good news.
The good Anthony Fauci is here in the flesh. Thank you, Atlas.
For fantastic. Hey, as long as you don't ask the folks here to roll up their sleeves, we're going to be just fine.
No jabs here, buddy. No jabs. We're jab-free zone for sure. Brandon's ready to go as well. So
let's go.
Thank you for having us. We're excited.
Let's go. So are we. And there's a crypto component to that as well. So that's exciting because, we're crypto renegades, so if it has to do with crypto, it has to do with health. I mean, just before starting the podcast, we were talking to our guest of honor for the All Aboard, and, he's on the Peloton machine or he's, on the treadmill, or he's out there, preparing to do another marathon that demands having a really healthy lifestyle, because he also likes to live his best life, have the cake and not feel guilty because he's going to work it off and stay at his optimum health level. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Brad and the All Aboard session.
Thank you very much, Atlas, and looking forward to Anthony and Brandon's presentation after the podcast. Should be very, very interesting. So tonight we have our resident Medium article writer, Mr. Catalyst. He's written an absolute banger about the Spark rewards. And funnily enough, I've had a couple of investors ask me this week about, the what's the chances of winning, or I should say, not the chances, the probability or the odds of winning the Spark reward. And then, Catalyst has written this article, so that covers that, which is absolutely great. Just before we hand it over to Mr. Catalyst, I'd like to remind everybody, if you haven't, please interact with the sweep widget on a daily basis. It's really simple to use. It is in the chat multiple times a day. It is in the announcements channel, and it is pinned in the main chat in the pinned messages. It's up to 24 hours a day, and you have plenty of time to interact with it. It takes between 2 to 3 minutes to complete every task. All you do is click the sweep widget link, log in with your email address, and then just follow the tasks at hand. One of them might be clap this Medium article 50 times. You click on the task, it takes you directly to the piece of content. You drop the 50 claps, come back and enter your name, and move on to the next one, and you will be entered for a daily draw of between 50 to 100 BUSD worth of ARK. That gets airdropped directly to your vault account, and it helps you by giving you that chance. It helps the content creator, and it helps everybody here at the ARK. We are a community-driven project, so we do ask, if you haven't already, please go over, interact with that, and find a place in your day that suits you, just to work it into your daily routine. So moving on, as I said, we have Catalyst coming on. Absolutely fantastic investor, core member here. He's here every single night. He has lit a fire under lots of investors who have gone out, wrote Medium articles for the first time, including myself. Seen tangible results from those Medium articles, and once you write one, you give yourself that opportunity to always educate someone in the future and gain syndicate members. So, as I like to say, it is a no-brainer to be making this content. If it's your first time doing so, I'm sure that he is more than willing to give you tips and pointers, as I am. And many other community members. So if you haven't already, contact one of us. We'll walk through the process with you and get some content out on Medium, or perhaps YouTube, excuse me, whatever platform you prefer. But you really should be, in my opinion, giving yourself that opportunity to build your syndicate and educate people. As we hit mass adoption, these Medium articles and YouTube videos are going to be absolutely key, and you just you position yourself in the best light to gain team members and help other people, give them the fantastic opportunity that you have here on the ARK, earning up to 2% every single day. And that is just one of the passive income generators within the system. Okay, so Catalyst, if you are ready, sir, I will hand the mic to you, give you the spotlight, and you can take us through this wonderful Medium article that you've just written, sir.
Thank you, Coach Brad. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, sir.
Great. Well, good evening, everyone. Good morning, good day. Thank you for having me, and thank you for your time. Let me share my screen here. Okay. Yeah, like Coach Brad said, this is my most recent Medium article. I wrote this after yesterday's podcast. Funny thing, I actually started writing on a different aspect of the Spark rewards. And as I started to write that article, I wanted to mention one of the milestones that Atlas had mentioned a couple podcasts back, which was the rewards crossing over $100,000 in Spark rewards being distributed to eligible wallets. As I mentioned that in my article, the original article I was writing, I started to list some of the other milestones, and one thing led to another, and before I knew it, I had way too long of an article. So I just talking about the growth of the Spark rewards and the milestones that we've been hitting became an article in itself. If you see up here, this is, I think Medium says this is a 4-minute read, or I'm sorry, a 5-minute read. I try to keep my articles, I'm trying to keep them between 4 and 5 minutes. So this became its own article. I do have this other article I'm working on, which that'll be coming out probably in the next day or two. So stay tuned for that. I won't tell much more about that one. You'll see it in a couple of days. Let me change this to edit mode. It's a little bit easier to see. I actually left my house, so my photo's not downloaded, but that's okay. Let's jump right in here. This article is called Spark Rewards Milestones, the exciting growth of the Arkfi community's daily prize drawing. So it starts off, the Daily Spark Reward Prize drawing has quickly become one of Arkfi community's favorite components of the Arkfi ecosystem. The popularity of the Daily Spark Prize drawing is such that it has been the impetus for a multitude of YouTube videos and Medium articles on the topic. And then I kind of jokingly say, even yours truly has written a couple, and Coach Brad referenced these during the intro. If you are interested in seeing a deep dive analysis of determining the probability of winning the Spark Rewards Prize, or actually even winning it more than once, I linked to some of my previous articles here. I didn't want to get too technical with this article. I wanted to keep it light and, again, keep it short. So rather than repeat the technical mechanics of the Spark Rewards, I link out here to the white paper. And I always like to link to the sections of the white paper that's appropriate or that's pertinent for my articles, because I just am always promoting or encouraging investors and people who are doing their due diligence to go check out the white paper. And I don't know, you probably can't see that link, but I always link to the specific section of the white paper that I'm referencing. It's just my way to try to encourage people to get out there and check out the white paper. The next section talks about Spark Rewards milestones. Yesterday, the Spark Rewards Prize drawing surpassed a milestone. After yesterday's daily drawing, the total value of prizes awarded to daily winners surpassed $100,000. This milestone was cause for recognition on the daily Arkfi Amazing Podcast, and Atlas, the pod's host, did not let the moment go unnoticed. And here I link to podcast number 133. And if somebody wanted to go out there, again, I'm always trying to draw people's attention to, other sources of information for Arkfi. But that wasn't the only milestone. Other recent Spark milestones include, on March 8th, the daily prize amount surpassed $2,000 for the first time. And we talked about that on that pod. These are recent milestones. On March 12th was the first time that the Spark Prize passed 400 ARK given away. And then, this should be a bullet point. Almost daily, we're setting new all-time highs. So why so many recent milestones? Simple. As the Arkfi system grows and new investors continue to create new Arkfi wallets, so does the amount in the Daily Spark Rewards Prize drawing. And again, I encourage people to link to the white paper to see how that works. What is the relationship between the growth in Arkfi vault accounts and the prize pool? And then so that section had to do with milestones. This next section talks about growth. On December 19th, this is the wrong date. I got to fix this too. Let's fix that right now. I wrote this late last night, by the way. These presentations do allow me an opportunity to proofread.
2022.
Thank you. Trying to multitask. On December 19th, 2022, the first ever Spark Rewards Prize drawing was held. That drawing awarded one lucky investor 32.61 ARK tokens. At the time, ARK was trading at $5.69. So the value of that first prize was approximately $185. Here I put a note on where people can check out the nightly drawing. I say it's conducted live each day on the Arkfi Amazing Podcast. I will update this time. It sounds like we're going to be changing the time, so I'll make sure I correct that. So the first drawing was held December 19th. Within its first 10 days, the Spark Rewards Prize had grown from 132 ARK, to 132 ARK, or approximately $760. The Spark Rewards Prize surpassed $1,000 for the first time on its 35th drawing, and the Spark Rewards Prize surpassed $2,000 for the first time on its 80th drawing. And as the size of the prize pool has grown, so has its popularity and the community's excitement. Today, the 86th winner of the drawing was awarded 387.94 ARK tokens, or approximately $2,215. Other fun facts. To date, 18,100 ARK tokens have been awarded. At today's ARK price of $5.71, that number is equivalent to $103,396. Through the 86 drawings conducted thus far, 5 investors have won the Spark Prize more than once. I should clarify this and say that's 5 wallets have won the prize pool more than once. Coach Brad DM'd me and said that there's actually been a couple investors who've won 3 times, but those 3 times have not been in the same wallet. So just for clarification, there's 5 wallets that have won twice. Yes, all eligible participants are included in every daily drawing, regardless of whether they have previously won or not. This makes it possible to win twice, 3 times, 4 times, and more. So far, we have not yet witnessed a 3-time winner. The aforementioned 5 investors have each won twice. That means 86.
That was when I DM'd you that, what I meant was this part. We have had 2 3-time winners. I don't know if they are in 3 different wallets or the same wallet is what I meant in that DM. So we have actually had 3-time winners. I believe it's twice. Is it, Atlas?
I have every winning wallet's address. I track it.
Here we are.
And so there's Atlas. I can hear him. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to say that Coach Brad was right. There's 2 folks that we know of that have won 3 times. One that I'm aware of with the exact details, they won twice on the same wallet, in a 3rd time on a separate wallet.
Sheesh. Yes.
Same owner. Yes.
All right. So
there's 2 people, actually 3. Make that 3. Sorry.
Nice. So those three investors that have won 3 times have done so across more than one wallet, because
correct.
I do not have a single wallet address that has won 3 times. So
not yet.
I'll make that. Not yet. Nope, not yet. But I'll make that correction, because that's good to know that there are investors that have won 3 times. That would also let people know that maybe a multi-wallet strategy is not a bad idea. Okay, so I'll correct that. What are my odds of winning? Don't worry, we're not going to do any math here, guys. A common question asked in the
excuse me.
A common question asked in the community is, what are my odds of winning? The answer to this depends on the number of eligible wallets, which is constantly changing. Based on my previous articles, see the links at the top of the article, I estimate that there are currently less than 800 eligible wallets. Therefore, the probability of any eligible wallet winning the Daily Sparks prize pool prize drawing is estimated to be better than 1 in 800, or 0.125%. That would be your probability of winning. It should be noted. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I think Atlas wanted to say something.
No, I think he said.
That's awesome. That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that odds.
So, I just want to, because I want to point out that is, that's incredible odds, right, Catalyst, to be eligible daily. It's not a one-time chance. It's a daily chance just from staking $250 worth of bond into the foundation and or owning a legacy NFT. It's a daily probability of
Yes.
1 in 800, which is, some people might read that and think, well, 1 in 800, that is great odds, isn't it? Like that is an unbelievable chance. Like I always say, that is a no-brainer to have that money in the foundation. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. I totally agree. I didn't want to go into math here because I do go into some math so deep on those other articles that where I do determine the exact probability. But 1 in 800, if those odds stayed that way, over the course of a year, an individual eligible wallet would have a 45% chance of winning over the course of a year.
Sheesh. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Maybe you should add that in there.
FOMO.
That is bullish.
Yeah, and actually this next paragraph, the last paragraph, actually would be a great segue into that. I say it should be noted that regardless of the odds of winning, the possibility of winning multiple times exists. This is because all eligible participants are included in every daily drawing, regardless of whether they've won previously or not. That means that it is possible to win twice, 3 times, 4 times, and more, which I already said up here. So while the odds of winning any individual drawing may be low, the potential for winning over time increases. And maybe I could add that 45% probability. So what are you waiting for? Come join the fun of the Sparks Rewards prize drawing. Short and sweet. Again, trying to keep these Medium articles to 4 or 5 minutes. Just like I'm trying to keep the weekly update articles to like 4 or 5 minutes. I think I've been doing that. I think that's a nice read.
I think that's a great read, Catalyst. And I mean, if I was reading this and I hadn't invested into the foundation or bought a legacy NFT, I can guarantee you that before I'd finished reading it, I would be going straight over to do that, because it's just like I always say, that is a no-brainer in my opinion. It really is.
I totally agree. And I've encouraged some of my syndicate members to do that. It's a minimum of as you mentioned, $250 worth of bond. I always encourage people to put a little bit more than that, just in case the value of bond fluctuates. But $270 minimum investment to win this type of money. I'm not going to go into.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right now, but it's as we saw with the growth that I outlined in this article, it's just going to continue to go higher and higher and higher and reach life-changing amounts, life-changing money, as Atlas likes to call it.
Yeah, I think that was the premise behind it when that idea was born in the beginning, and just an unbelievable thing that people are missing out on if they're not invested there. And in my coaching role, I often get asked in my education sessions, I have X amount to invest. Where would you suggest that I put it? And my answer is always the same. I can't give you financial advice. I can just explain the mechanisms of the system, so that you can make the best informed choice for your personal situation. But I always go over the foundation. I mean, the foundation itself, without the Spark reward, is an absolutely solid investment. 0.25% a day is more than you will get anywhere in the real world. I mean, that alone is a fantastic investment. The utility from the downline for any direct referrals, and then eligibility on a daily basis to win what is now upwards of $2,000 worth of ARK every day is just, talk about bullish. And once I've explained that, the various components of the system, I have not had a single person that hasn't split their money, some into the vault and some into either a legacy NFT or into the foundation. Not a single person, because once you understand the power of the foundation and the Spark reward and gaining those access to those downlines. It's just a no-brainer. It really is.
Yeah, and like go ahead, Alice.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up, imagine, going to the next step as we want to do, and instead of earning, BUSD, you're earning actual physical gold. With everything that's happening, bullion, the bold gold.
Yes, sir.
It's like, wait, it gets better, as Brandon does. And that's not all, folks. There's more. But wait, gold, physical gold, I can get it delivered. Yes, you can. Or you can just, sell it right now for the stable coin that's in favor, that is liquid, and you get to choose which one you want to cash out. And so it's just going to get better, folks. Please continue, Catalyst and Brad.
Oh, I don't really have anything more to add. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. This is off topic, but look, Medium suggested this article to me over here on my side pane.
Awesome.
See that? Isn't that great?
Let's go, Coach. He's on fire.
Catalyst, out of interest, which tags did you use on this Medium article? And do you want to, you being the expert, do you want to just quickly go over the tags, because they are ever so important for Medium articles?
Yeah, I always use Arkfi. We always start with that, as you've mentioned many times. I like passive income. Spark rewards I threw in there. This is probably not a good one to use. Interestingly enough, when I added it, it said there were only 4 other Medium articles that have ever used this tag. But in the long tail of what we call the long tail of search and SEO, if anyone was by chance searching on Spark rewards, there's only 4 Medium articles out there that have tagged that. So maybe that's not so bad after all. And then I always...
Great idea, Catalyst. Fantastic ideas. I never thought of that personally. That is a great idea, because, as you just said, if you're searching for the Spark reward, you've got a 1 in 4 chance of your Medium article coming up currently as it stands today. And I think a lot of people are going to be searching for Spark reward as they learn, do their due diligence, and they see these. You go to the homepage, right, on the DApp, and you see these daily payouts, and you think, Spark reward, what's that? People are going to want to know. I think that's a great idea, and obviously it builds the presence on the platform with that tag. So yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, and then I always like to use I guess my 3 go-to ones are Arkfi, passive income, DeFi, and I typically will use both DeFi and decentralized finance. Sometimes I'll mix it up. Depending on the article, I might throw in something generic.
Nobody does it better.
Yeah, and with it. And with that, I have to go. Actually,
thank you.
To be quite honest, I do have an appointment at the top of the hour, which is in 1 minute. So I'm going to jump off. If anyone has any questions,
go to that appointment. Sorry we made you late, but thank you again, and thank you for being the editor-in-chief of the official publication and Medium for ARK. You're doing an amazing job of it, staying on top and really keeping everyone informed. This is an amazing tool, and we're honored always to have you here, sir. Have a great afternoon, sir.
Thank you, sir. And thank you. Shout out to the Crypto Badgers for providing the notes. The show notes are extremely helpful. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, no, actually tomorrow, I believe it's St. Patrick's Day, and there's some big festivities going on. I may not be on. Wait. Actually, is tomorrow
early? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
4 p.m. EST. Let's get this crypto.
And let's get this crypto. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you,
and with that, we're looking forward to our European investors having a chance to come and join us. I mean, it's midnight in Europe. Some places in Europe, most places in Europe, it's already 1 a.m. They don't get to be here with us, and we want to be inclusive. The Asian community, they stay up pretty late. They'll be able to join us, but we're trying to get that global reach happening and provide this great format that a lot of us get to enjoy, but a great majority doesn't because of the time we do it. So we're going to try that out and see how it goes. So back to you, Coach Brad.
Thank you very much, Atlas. Yeah, looking forward to the new time schedule and seeing how that goes. A great Medium article there by Catalyst. He never fails to deliver. Great to have him on and see his work. So I know he's not here anymore, but thank you very much, Catalyst. Great stuff. So moving swiftly on, trying to keep in line with that new time schedule, and we are doing very well. We're at 35 minutes, so that is great stuff. Coach Mistletoad, if you are ready for the Wheel of the Toad, sir.
Let's go. We are ready.
Excellent. Looks like we had some good community engagement today. Excuse me.
I think there was about 52, yeah.
It's a shame it's not more. I mean, it's free ARK for a couple of minutes of your time every day.
Oh.
Crazy. Let's do it on a count of 3, 2.
All right.
1.
Let's go. Nice.
Congratulations. I don't know. Vanquish? I don't want to butcher that name. I think that's how you say it.
It's Jashan Vanquish. That is. He's a great community member. But yeah,
he's in here. Jashan's in here.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations, Jashan.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, sir. Look forward to your next Medium article also.
Yeah, he killed it on that last one. I mean, I like all his stuff, but it was definitely a great reflection. Real people living real life and earning here, calm, cool, and collected, sailing on the ARK.
Yes,
with
sir.
that, are we ready to move forward to release the beast that is the Spark Rewards?
Release the beast. It is time.
All right. Let's just get our screen share going here correctly. It likes to act up on us sometimes.
Once we have completed the Spark segment of the podcast, we will be moving on to Mr. Z with the DeFi sessions. Oh, that grew in the last half an hour.
It is looking nice. Yes, $2,156.33 worth of ARK. Let's go. So being calm, cool, and collected, we've got the second cold storage here ready to fire. And look, for the majority of our community, they are smooth sailing, as we like to say. Very, very happy. Smiling ear to ear because they've received their return on investment, and they're sitting back, growing, happy, and we've got some music for them today as we get ready to fire. And smooth it is here, folks. Especially when you win the Spark Rewards and you're in that nitro mode. And here it goes. The suspense builds as folks. A lot of folks here, they have their wallets memorized, the last 4 numbers. And here it is, tonight's lucky winner of the Spark Prize Pool. Their wallet ends in 2981. They're the lucky winner of 380.71 ARK. Congratulations. They've just gone into nitro mode. Another massive prize.
First time winner.
First time winner. We love first time winners. Everyone gets a chance every single night, but first timers, man, come on in. Enjoy the nitro. All right. Mr. Z, our very own DeFi expert. How are you doing tonight, sir? Or I think we have our friend here. Did Raphael want to say something? Because I see he unmuted his mic. I don't want to skip over him. Raphael, did you want to share something, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
Go right in.
As I mentioned before, I'm a student of the blockchain technology, and I asked permission to the school owner to share with my fellow students, on my same class. And one of them decided to invest on ARK. The thing is that he's from Colombia, and he say, Rafael, I have $420. I would like to invest it in ARK. So he did the minimum amount, and it was like $65. And the next day he said, I want to put the whole thing in, when he saw that he was making money. So he's making like $8 a day, which is $56 a month, a week. And that's what his father makes as a professional a month. He almost made me cry because his father was asking him, are you doing something that's legal and it's right? Yeah, I'm doing this the right way. And now he's able to go to school and help his family with ARK. And for us to give an opportunity in another country where they're suffering this inflation in numbers, in record numbers, and have a person so young, could be my son, and he almost made me cry. It was just something that I was not expected, When I shared with them 5 of those students from Colombia, from Venezuela, one from Costa Rica, and they decided to join the ARK. And for them, it's very hard, to make any kind of money. So it has to be something that is gonna not only make them money, but it'll be safe. And they say, Rafael, this we check they translate everything into Spanish, and they look all over YouTube. There's not one single in Hispanic. There's not one single YouTube video on Spanish. So we are preparing to bring a live soon, like something like the way Brandon does it. Would then, like show the ARK on Spanish. I can bring it up on the YouTube channel. And you guys know, and they know me, I'm going to school, but I'm a truck driver. I've been going to school for the past 2 years. And while I'm working, I stop the truck, I take notes, I sign in to listen to the podcast. I go to school. I just finished 2 hours of class, and and I do this while I'm driving the truck all over the United States. So thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Alex. I'm very happy to be here.
Well, we're honored, and it's great to see you getting involved and offering the opportunity to so many others. I mean, we're degens, right? We're spoiled investors who, come into, high risk, high reward situations here. And we have wins and losses, just like any traders in the real world. But, we're on steroids, to use an analogy of what happens here, the massive growth, the fast return on investment. And for the people in the real world, the average Joes and Janes that we always talk about, it's too good to be true. That's why we have so much content. That's what we're here to answer the questions. I mean, you folks here in our community are the living proof. You have witnessed what this team has been able to deliver and keeps continuing to work hard. And I tell you, I've said it before, for me personally, it is those little people, that are completely new to this, who are afraid of what's happening in their bank accounts, in what's happening to their fiat decaying, and also wary of scams and opportunities. And it is our duty to be able to show them the evidence, explain the risk, and also offer the opportunity with the confidence that we have, because we've already been through it. And we've been through other projects that seemed appealing, but the folks didn't have the best intentions. So it all comes together, and it is all part of really being here for those folks. And every one of them and every one of their testimonials as they come and join us on this journey is going to be another story for somebody else that is going to have that first, initial wait. This is, too good to be true. I mean, you were talking to us the other day about that. How, some folks were like, how can this be possible? These people are sitting there trading, at least they're taking a chance to do something different and learn a new skill, which generally to be a successful trader can take years. I mean, Brandon, the drip guy, he trades, and, he was a coach also. And that's how he started his YouTube channel and that journey. And folks that are in that understand how hard it is to get a 2% a day. And they have calculators, compounded calculators, when you learn how to trade, so that people can edge themselves off of that FOMO of, I got to get 100x every single day because you're going to get wrecked. So, that's a tool to kind of, guide folks to not be so greedy and to go slow, because through the slow growth, every single day we're going to have the reward, and here it all happens for you. So it is a great alternative. And I think for the folks in that school, having an investment in ARK is going to alleviate a lot of that pressure, because unfortunately the truth is, and I think this, they're under pressure to make money trading, and that's exactly the wrong way to go about it. If these people are trying to pay their bills off of trading and they're new, they're going to get wrecked over and over and over again. This is a skill. It's like a fighter that went to the boxing gym for 3 months, and he thinks he's going to go and fight, the pros, the folks that have been doing it for 10, 15 years and following a diet and going to different trainers. It just doesn't work that way. You have to really go through the process, and it can be very painful. So a lot of these people, they have other jobs or they have sponsors, but when you're getting started, you just got to start somewhere. And we hope to alleviate that pressure and let that be a tool for their friends that are not traders or learning to trade, but are looking for that hedge against that inflation. Thank you, Rafael, and keep us updated with how that develops. I love the idea of the Spanish content. It's very, very important. I know we're going to be translating a lot of our materials for the presentations and the marketing funnels into various languages, as we need those to really transcend. Crypto Petter, did you want to say something, sir?
Yes, Atlas, if you don't mind. And I do want to touch on something that Rafael is saying, and God bless him for doing what he's doing. My wife is actually Colombian. And so when he starts talking about the plight in Colombia, it really resonates, because everything he's saying is absolutely true. And it's almost embarrassing how much suffering that they're doing down there. With that being said, it brought me to the idea of if she's willing to do it, having my wife help me do a YouTube video, but do it in Spanish. So maybe it can get down there, and plus she's got a very large family there, maybe able to spread the word. The other thing that I wanted to mention too, and you had just mentioned about people getting wrecked and rugged and all this kind of stuff. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because earlier today, and I'm not going to mention his name, I was talking with an investor about a different protocol that they are in, and what they thought the viability of it was, and in trying to get from him what he deems to be considered a strength in a project. And it's just for him, it was a feeling that he was getting. And when I was looking at it, I looked at some of the developers, and I recognized some of the names and so on. But he went up there and proceeded to tell me that he had created a lot of wallets just for ARK. And I was blown away by that. And not only had I already felt very, very safe and secure in this protocol, that, you know, the dev team and the core are all above board and everything exactly the way it should be. But when you have an investor that you can actually speak with and have a cordial conversation with, and they tell you that they've done something like that, that in itself speaks volumes on how he perceives the strength that this project and how well it was put together.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to add very quickly, I can definitely attest to that difficulty that you would face trying to become a consistently profitable day trader. I've been trying to do that since early 2015. So I just passed over 8 solid years every market day trading and trying to become a successful, consistently profitable day trader. It is a massive, massive grind. And I just recently, literally just this year, I've had a great year so far, and I've just, for the first time, been able to consistently withdraw cash from my trading account on a consistent basis to actually pay bills. So it's been an 8-year slog, and I cannot overstate how much easier it is to make money in DeFi versus trying to be a day trader or any kind of a trader. It's so infinitely easier to do well in DeFi, especially with solid projects like ARK, than it is to try to become a successful day trader. It's a grind, but yeah, just wanted to throw that in there.
Thank you, Brandon. That is the truth. Going back to what we said, it doesn't take weeks or months. It takes years to be in that. I think the figure I've heard thrown around a lot is only 6% of day traders are actually profitable when it comes down to it. So very, very difficult. A lot of stress, a lot of broken hearts, and like anything else. Look, you're only going to make it if you don't give up. But it's very difficult to have those pressures. And I think for you, Brandon, maybe you agree on that part. You've had other incomes. You've been able to to not put all your eggs in one basket and say, I'm not going to pay the light bill this month unless I, get 100x. It's tough. I
mean, yeah, I've had a salaried position, for a corporation for 25 years up until I quit my job in early 2022. So it almost kind of disabled. It's sort of like a handicap, if you will, having that steady paycheck that it's going to be there every 2 weeks or whatever. It almost gives you a license to be a little more cavalier and a gunslinger with your day trading. And so it's kind of a minimal pressure type of situation when, you can be like, well, I set fire to another trading account, I'm down, I got to send another $5,000 into the trading account or whatever it is. You're like, well, that's not a big deal. I still have my job. I still have my salary, so once you're out really truly on your own, it's a whole different ball game. So yeah, I encourage people since almost day one on my YouTube channel, get away from the trader's mindset and adopt a hodler mindset, because the hodlers win. The traders, for the most part, lose. And that goes hand in hand with projects like the ARK. So, yep.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. All right, Z, sorry for the interlude there, but we are ready for the DeFi sessions this evening, sir. Thank you. And actually, maybe you want to add a little bit as you open up your DeFi sessions tonight about day trading and some of the stuff you've been through in your journey, because it is fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys see me every day. I start the discussion with showing you the charts, and there's a reason behind showing the charts, because I'm showing you levels being taken out. And me indirectly, I'm showing you things that I look at as a trader. I'm looking at things like Credit Suisse, losing, the market's losing $75 billion. I'm looking at price purchasing index, dissolving by 0.1%. And these sort of, you can say, like, we call it FUD, we call it news fundamentals. They have a reaction on the charts. And that's how we keep an eye on things like Bitcoin. And it's been, I think, trading. I mean, you're in my group of trading, and you look at us, man. Like we trade the London session, and then we mitigate it with the New York session, and trade the afternoons as well. And it can be like trading is one of them kind of things. Like a girlfriend leaving you. You can recover from that. You can take your time with it. But when you take a bad when you like take a short at the bottom, and this thing goes 300 pips against you or 200 pips against you, and you've lost $3,000 to $5,000 that I've seen, it can not just wrench you. It can really like bring you into the fearful thing. So it's taken me a long time to get used to it. It's been 2-3 years now. Now I like not just trade my own funds. I trade prop funds of $300,000 to $600,000 now. So the game has like increased at such a point where, I have a psychiatrist friend in Gohar, and I have a weekly call with him saying, my heart's sinking right now in that lap position. So he's been working with me psychologically and telling me how money is artificial to begin with, and we get into like that rabbit hole. But yeah, it's a day-to-day struggle. But I think it's a toolkit that people should learn. If you're in DeFi, if you're buying tokens and you learn technicals, it can benefit you widely. But if you have something like a hedge, if you have an ARK, or you have stakes in other tokens, or you've been in seed rounds, or you get an airdrop, it does make life much more easier, and makes you more risk adverse when it comes to trading. So I hope I kind of gave an insight there. But it did, like, I'm not going to lie, like when Raphael opened up with that, it did get me emotional a little bit, because I know the struggles of a trader. I know what it's like to work 3 jobs for that income. So I hope DeFi has a space for all for the little man to have real gains in whatever he puts his mind to. So yeah. So we'll start DeFi there, and understand that we've not hit 30K yet on Bitcoin, and all we've done is sort of eaten up liquidity. And if you look at the price from Tuesday, when we hit 26K, we're down to 24.4K. And there's reasons behind this. I mean, if you look at something like the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ saw the same dips. If you look at US 30, we saw dips as well. So all the same fintech companies that are like on the NASDAQ and US 30 are also invested in things like BTC, Ethereum, and BNB. So sometimes I feel like I'm in a Truman. Atlas, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever felt like you're in a Truman show when it comes to stocks or charts? Because they move similar, and yeah, that's what it is here, man. Like so we're down to 24. Yeah, Truman Show, right?
Definitely the Truman Show. It's actually my wife's favorite movie. Funny enough, you bring that one up, but yes.
So yeah, so as we go with the Truman Show, realize the same individuals that we call smart money. You can call them institutes, you can call them settlement banks. They have the same bags as the people of Apple and Google and Tesla, because these are the tech companies that are buying up the adoption of crypto. So I think Apple has a bit of like Tim Cook is he's had a bag. Elon Musk is very he's talking about it, but all the other guys they're starting to like work on their own blockchain, Polygon mainnet. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB is as sort of tied up with the Nasdaq, and we see similar moves. So Bitcoin's down to 24.4K, and as I said, there's two sort of news articles that I can kind of intel to. So I'm just going to go, because I've got 15 minutes. I'm just going to read the briefings to you guys. So PPI is an index that comes out once a month in America.
Did you say PPI?
Purchasing Price Index, yeah.
So you're talking about the PP lie.
PP lie. Yes, sir. It is a big lie. It's right.
It is a big lie. Yes. It
is a big lie. You are absolutely right. Because I mean, it's
just like the CPI. You have the CPI, right?
Yeah. That's what it is, man. It's the lying brothers, man. Like you have one day where consumer price index is up and job report is looking amazing, and unemployment is down, and then the next day you find out purchasing price index is down, and everything has to dump. So this is we call it the entertainment that we have in the trading industry when it comes to New York Opens. So purchasing price index fell below 0.1%, meaning people have less purchasing power, and that sort of hit BTC, and then on top of that we had the Credit Suisse bank, right? The Swiss bank was hit hard. I mean, it's listed on the another bank to the name. Like we started off with Signature, Silicon Valley, and what was the third bank? There was the third bank in Atlas. I forgot the name.
Credit Suisse has had issues going back to late last year. They really had some very, very bad trades and investments that went south, and it's an institution for wealth management. I mean, this is the place to be if you are, 50 million plus sort of wealthy individual. And a lot of them deserted the bank late last year. They were going over to HSBC because they really mishandled their funds and their investments. So it's no secret that they're having issues. We've talked here about them before. We've talked about also Deutsche Bank. I've got friends that work at Deutsche Bank, and they've been bankrupt for well over a year to just keep it quiet. So don't be surprised if you start to hear about that. Please continue.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Credit Suisse stock is down 24%, and they're listed on the FTSE 100, which is the UK index. And in the index this morning, I started the London Open with a short. Why? Because London chip index was down 75 billion pounds sterling. What is 75 billion in dollars? About 80 billion in dollars, right? We're down. So Credit Suisse has had a thing. So let me just read a little thing here. So Credit Suisse shares closed the day 24% lower. It appealed for a statement of support from the Swiss National Bank. The Financial Times reported other European banking stocks also fell sharply, albeit not as badly. Spain IBEX and Italian MIB were more than 4% down. So the thing is, the reason you're seeing these bailouts happen in America is because the more these things are left in tangent, the more it has a domino effect on another sort of parallel networks like we have in crypto. So it has a parallel effect on Morgan Stanley, on Bank of America, and then it sort of goes across the aisle. And folks that have not been doing well, like your Credit Suisse, are going to feel the burn. And so to keep that banking, cartel together, they have to bail people out. So that's what's happening here. Like we're feeling the effects of that. So Credit Suisse is down 24%. We mentioned the 3 banks in America that have been hit, and because of that, Bitcoin could not go to 30K. And I apologize to folks, but I did warn you that do not buy this top. Do not buy this pull, because there's so much more to come out just this week, and then there's so much more to come out this month. So we're down, and I've put the article in DeFi sessions, a DeFi link, in our Discord, and you can see Bitcoin rejects at 25K as US PPI data meets Credit Suisse meltdown. So I'm hoping I was able to explain a few different things, and we're seeing an interest. I think we're going to see an interest hike of 25 basis points by the end of this month. So expect more pain. So do not buy different.
If you scroll down or up, somebody would say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You can read that for us, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so Holger goes, what WTF? The markets are now pricing in a probability of a default of 47% of Credit Suisse. What have I missed? It's become the culture now that you wake up in the morning and you look at your Bloomberg you can say dashboard, and you see things like this. You see cost of insuring against Credit Suisse. CDS price. Isn't that crazy that people are insuring against banks now?
Well, I know Monday here in Europe, Spain, some of these banks, Santander, BBVA, they were almost down 90%. So the ripple domino effect that we know about and we've seen happen before. We're calm, cool, and collected.
Absolutely, man. We keep it hedged. So yeah, like you had Spain's IBEX, right? Spain's IBEX was down, and the Italian MIB was down 4 to 5. I think now it's down 6 to 7% now since I last checked. So the IBEX is down 7% right now. So yeah, these things have a. We talked about what price is in Bitcoin's price action yesterday, and these are the sort of fundamentals that hit Bitcoin, and so that's why we see the price that we do, and we've seen all sorts of levels on the charts being hit when it comes to shorten. So no gaps have not been filled. Everything's been filled as we went down to, and now we're down to 24.3. So we might go a bit lower. So that's the news on what's happened with Bitcoin, and I hope like my DeFi sessions help the trader kind of understand fundamentals. The next thing I want to cover is ISO 20022.
Let's go.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So it's important. I'm gonna like proofread this a little bit. So what is ISO 2022? So new rules and regulations are coming into play for international and cross-border payments. Right, settlement payments are a big thing. This is how we make our payments worldwide. So an ISO compliant cryptocurrency will be the legal and compliant cryptocurrency most likely to adopt when these regulations are implemented. Many investors are bullish on ISO 20022 compliant cryptocurrencies as they will be integrated into the global central banking system and could potentially offer a massive price appreciation as these systems come online. The ISO 20022 compliant, oh yes, cryptocurrencies will form the backbone of the new financial system, replacing the legacy 50-year-old SWIFT payment systems. I wanted to explain to people what SWIFT is, but I think we can move on from that. So yeah, this will be a new international blockchain-based financial payment system for global central banking and support international and cross-border payments. So yeah, it's going to be the new sort of consensus when it comes to settlement payments across the board. And as we know, these are the sort of companies thus far that have adopted to it. So Ripple, Interledger, Stellar Lumen, Algorand, Quant, Constellation, IBM, IOTA, Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR. So these are tokens that you should have at the dip. but yeah, Quant, Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, IOTA, XTC, Algorand. These are the companies that are thus far ISO 20022 compliant. Atlas, choose one of these tokens and I'll read the briefings on it. Which one should I look into? Quant, Stellar, Hedera, which one?
Let's go for XTC, please.
XTC.
Nice menu.
Yeah, let's go to XTC. So IOTA. So yeah, XTC network, formerly called Zinfin network, is an enterprise-grade EVM-compatible hybrid blockchain equipped with public and private state and interoperable smart contracts. It was primarily created for multinational business, cross-border payments, and finance. A highly optimized bespoke fork of Ethereum. I think it's got a Polygon layer to it because it's got 1 billion tokens. And JP Morgan's now consensus quorum. The XTC network reaches consensus through a delegated proof of stake mechanism, which allows for 2-second transaction time, near zero gas fee, and over 2,000 transactions per second. That's their TPS. So we have
gas fee again. That sounds really sexy. Sheesh.
Yeah, near zero gas fee.
Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Oh, we got Chris Dugan. You wanted to add something, Chris?
Yeah, I was going to tell Z. I just sent you a link. Want to know if you saw this today?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
All right.
Let's check it out. What is this? The long-awaited Fed digital payment system to launch in July. So the Federal Reserve digital payment system, which it promises will help speed up the way money moves around the world, will debut in July. FedNow is what it will be known. It will create a leading-edge payment system that is resilient, adaptive, and accessible. So yeah, the Fed is. I think what's happening is all these central banks. So that's why we talk about CBDCs a lot. But the person to lead the CBDC movement is the Fed Reserve. So Fed now is going to be. I think we're slowly transitioning off the SWIFT banks and not having these databases talk to one another. I think that's why we have the situation we currently have in the economies, because these we can call old style protocols are not speaking to one another. And
yeah, it's
so
it mentions in there about people receiving their paychecks through this as well.
Yeah, they want to go direct.
It's coming.
That universal.
We're seeing all these issues with the banks at the same time that they're planning to cross us over.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it. You do a problem reaction solution, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is bankings are failing. We're not making the right sort of investments in the banks. We're basically defaulting on a bunch of our sort of hedges. So then, yeah, that's the problem. Then the reaction comes from the crowd. People are waiting outside the banks. We looked at the Silicon Valley sort of headlines of that big queue outside the banks, and now we're hearing about Credit Suisse, and people are panicking, right? That's the reaction of it. And then what happens? Bam, July comes in, solution. we have a better cross-border payment.
And start with a nice little airdrop of that CDBC just to get people, in the door. Hey, they're going to airdrop, right? They're going to airdrop.
Yeah, I think what's crazy is, July's, as far as, crypto time is just a couple of weeks away. They're moving quick this year on it. Everybody.
Yeah, that is shocking.
24, 25. No, they plan on doing it now.
Yeah, we've known about FedNow for a while, but to put a egg timer on it, yeah, they're getting aggressive. And one of the things too that we'll look at maybe Z is the testing. If we can deep dive and see what they've been doing to test that whole system. Their pilot programs.
We'll do a deep dive in FedNow. We'll check it out for sure. What I learned was if Trump was reelected a few years ago, he was going to bring in FedNow and a basically he was going to bring the crypto wallets to all every business would have got a crypto wallet with a bunch of USD tokens in it. I think that was his agenda. When he was going to be reelected, but that didn't happen. So now we're 2 years delayed on this. This was going to happen, back in 2020. So with the launch drawing near, we urge financial institutions and their industry partners to move full steam ahead with the preparation to join FedNow service, said Kenneth Montgomery, the program executive and first vice president of the Boston Fed, which helped spearhead the project under former Boston. So yeah, man, it's really happening. We are moving to central bank digital currencies. We are coming to SWIFT payments international, and we have to keep aware. We have to adapt to this.
And I wonder which ISO 20022 they're going to be going with. So a lot of research to do there, but let's go back and finish on the ISO real quick, because we do have the presentation coming from Brandon and the good Anthony Fauci here. We don't want to keep him waiting longer. We've gone a bit way over our timeline, and I don't want to be rude to our guests. So let's just finish that real quick.
Okay.
Thank you.
So ISO 20022 is the electronic standard for the transfer, cross-border, and international money transfers, and is being developed alongside the central bank digital currencies. This is a worldwide initiative for central banks to develop and release their own digital currencies, either in combination with traditional cash or as a replacement for traditional. See, this is the bit where we're going to get rid of paper money through this. So they're being really transparent about it and how they want to see it. And these are the countries that are currently the when you see purple, that's the proof of concept. The green is sort of the researched countries. I'm going to post this into DeFi links so you guys can kind of understand this infographic a little bit. The last thing I want to cover, it's just so basically ZK Sync is doing a bunch of airdrops, and SpaceFi is a protocol that's doing some testnet stuff. So if any of you want to, we're going to soon have the ARK airdrop army organized so we can do this thing in much more automation. But ZK Sync is starting to steam up, and if you guys want to do some testnet activities on SpaceFi.io, I've put the link in to the description so you guys can check out. So SpaceFi.io is a really cool ZK Sync project that's basically testing out its testnet and its NFTs. It's an LP reward thing. So do the thing, join their Discord, and earn an airdrop off them. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Z. It's a great alpha there. And we're going to conclude tonight's podcast. I want to thank everyone that came and participated with us this evening. Congratulations, especially to the first-time winner of the Spark Rewards, 380.71 ARK. Amazing. Welcome to Nitro Mode here at ARK. Thank you, Z. Also, shout out to Catalyst. Great article. Bringing magnifying glass really to the spark price pool and the milestone of crossing over $100,000. Right now, it's at $105,000 that has been paid out in ARK directly into the investor's account. All 87 of them are just flying through the water here on the ARK. So quite amazing. Tomorrow we will be starting earlier. We're having a shift here in our timeline. It's going to be 3 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. UTC. We look forward to having all of you great folks over there, and we'll keep you updated with that change of time, and hopefully we'll get our European and Asian investors here along with us, and let's see if we can get a connection to those folks that are generally sleeping at this time. So with that, we're going to be closing off. Thank you for everyone that listened to the podcast at a later date. We hope you found it entertaining and educational. And we're going to have a presentation here by Mr. Brandon and the good Anthony Fauci. And if you want more information, please do go check him out. We're going to post some links. Everyone have a great night. Thank you.